Hello, I'm back again, and for now, this video is about the 11 primary bases, is about world events and Clark's world map. So it's gonna be like a selective choice of world events, and pretty specific. Of course, it's not gonna be a lot, but anyway. Olympics happened during the month of August in 2016 last month. And it was there for a sign, it was there as a clue and in relation to the spiritual race. Why? Because in the scriptures, if we see in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 24 to 26, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receive the prize, so run that ye may obtain. And every man that strive for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. So this is exactly echoes to the time of Olympics. It was an international sport event. There were like running competitions, and so you could also compare to spiritual race of obtaining an incorruptible crown and an incorruptible body. And I find that very fascinating of having Olympics during the time August, because explained before, the August is a very significant reference with the code 34. Code 34 is to be used in both September and November, and so it's really interesting to see that Olympics logo. It's like 5 circles. They're connected together, and I mean, that shouldn't be by any accident, because August originally belongs to F, Jewish 5th month, and so we're getting the number 5 again. And So you may be curious about Building 7 that fell down during the time the 9/11 attack, and it consisted of 47 levels. And once again, that makes up the 7777 number, the Pentecostal marker, in relation to Building 7. And it was very interesting. It was not destroyed in the morning. It fell in late afternoon at 5:21 p.m. And this is very interesting because Olympics started around August the 3rd or the 5th, but it ended on the 21st of August. So I think that's kind of interesting to see the number 21 kind of echoing back and forth. So it was referring to the number 5 and the number 7 was pretty much a significant number. And if we see the number 5 and number 7 as T3 and F, it would be really interesting that we would be able to see the number 75 in the month of September. So we get 75 because there are 4 different versions of the Jewish calendar. So the number 7 is using the calendar without the first human delay, without the leap year. The second version obtained number 5, the month of F, would be using with the first human delay of 2015, but without a leap year. So I mean, like, who knows if God would use more than one version of the Jewish calendar. So once again, it's confirming the month of September. And also, when we go into the clock, it was too by no accident at all that the Olympics event happened in Rio de Janeiro. So this location was super fascinating because it runs exactly in the same line that goes straight towards Valdivia. The impact zone of the 522 marker. Whereas back in the 22nd of May, 1960, with the greatest earthquake in history, in Chile, in Valdivia, that exactly kind of like, goes on the same line on the clock pointing from Israel to Valdivia and Rio de Janeiro, the Olympics event that happened in 2016. They're on the same line. If we see the clock, we go from so we run from Israel to the impact zone, the earthquake impact zone, around 7 to 8 o'clock. So somewhere around here, and it runs over here, and the Rio de Janeiro, it's locating here. To be more clear, maybe let's go into the Google map. So we go into a direction from Israel. So the line is not straight, but but you kind of get what it means. So from Israel to Valdivia, that runs on the same line, but also overlaps onto Rio de Janeiro, where we go to that place. So it's proving that it's running the same line, and this is well, seeing that uh, the Eve marker is related to the month of August, and this is once again confirming September being reversed to August for the code 34, and it also proves that the Olympics event was a marker, being in relation to the time of the Freeport shipwrecks, and there are 5 minutes between hour to hour direction, and it is the location 1 minute before 8 o'clock. 1 minute. 1 minute before. Actually, like, to be more clear, the 30 degrees from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock represent the 30 days average of a month. And so it's pointing to late July. It's pointing to late July. Because it was running on 230 that links on to Valdivia and the Rio de Janeiro. So they're pointing at 230 degrees direction from Israel. So this is referring to late July. Late July is a very significant time of the time of Eve, the time of major earthquakes coming. The number 230 was very significant as well in regards to the worldwide flood. But you may wonder, wouldn't late July was past already? But since Israel is the gauge, the month of July, actually, for here we could see that actually pointing to 7 o'clock, that's not really July, that's Tishrei. So they're saying that Tishrei, which is in September as well this year, saying that late September, once again confirming late September, it would be a very significant time, pointing to the Eve marker. So the number 230 is very important. So the number 230 is not a random number. Noah and his family survived a flood by the grace of God. They stayed for 230 days in the ark. So it was including 40 days of rain, 150 days of floating, and 40 days of drying. So that's once again confirming the significance at late September. And also, you may wonder, as you see closer to the clock, you may wonder why Israel looks like a stick. It's, like other countries, could be other forms, other shapes, but especially Israel looks like the pointer of the clock. It's interesting that that even the shape of the land of Israel, it's not by accident. It is pointing to between 6 and 7 o'clock at Ilu and Tisri direction. And the other side of Israel points to 12 and 1, between 12 and 1. So that is actually resembling the, if we see here, resembling the 121 Jubilee year, and the maximum tolerance of God is related to the number 120, saying that God's judgment and his wrath would be related to time this year, because the Jubilee year, it's like from 2015, 23rd of September, around that time, to October the 2nd, 2016. So around that time, being at the 50th mark of the Jubilee cycle, and which is kind of like the deadline. And the number 67, we see that as a transformation card again, but there could be a lot of meanings to that as well. So this could be pointing that the time Ilu and Tisri are some really important time to consider. So it's pretty interesting that we could see number 67 in September. And so once again is confirming the month of September is possibly gonna be a month of great change. And in regards to the Jubilee year, So it was definitely a deadline in the year of 2016, and so next video I'm going to talk about Acts 27, and this chapter would be the 12th primary basis. Thank you.